Hello, Just2Film here. Today I finally saw Conclave. A lot of people were telling me this is one of the best films of the year and that's going to be nominated for Best Picture. Now this is Edward Berger's next film after All Quiet on the Western Front. That alternate adaptation, not the old one, but the one that was nominated for Best Picture a couple of years ago. I didn't really like that movie, and Conclave I like just a little bit better, but honestly, I don't know if I'd recommend this. This is about the Catholic Church coming together to find a new pope, and really one man's quest to find the right new pope. And this character is the Cardinal Dean, so really like managing the election for a new pope, played by Ralph Fiennes. And Ralph Fiennes is a fantastic actor, and I think his performance in this film is very good. The problem with this character, though, is that this character is written very uninterestingly. I just don't think there's much to his character, and it's kind of annoying that he's just always on the side of good and morality. I don't know, especially in a story about the Catholic Church, I kind of want to see a little bit more complexity to the lead character because the people surrounding him do have dark past or are hiding secrets. And I think the people surrounding him are much more interesting characters. However, those characters don't really get that much screen time. Really, the people with the most screen time in this film is Ralph Fiennes' character and then Stanley Tucci's character. And Stanley Tucci's character, another cardinal, is not very interesting either, if you ask me, because, again, it's somebody who's also pretty much on the right side of morality. Like, it's not a problem if your lead character is a really good person. I just would find this film particularly more interesting if there was just more complexity to that lead character and even Stanley Tucci's character. And even with the very good Ralph Fiennes performance, I do think Sergio Castellitto, Isabella Rossellini, and John Lithgow all have better performances than him in this film, but again, they just don't get much screen time. Now, another big problem for me with this film is the score and how it's used. I love film scores, and this score has a very generic Oscar baity sound string score. And my gosh, is this spammed to death. Like, seriously, they imply a lot with the score. And I love a strong score if it's done very well and interestingly. But like I said, I found it kind of bland in just this repetitive theme that they keep playing every freaking scene. Quiet scenes, it jump scared me at one point. And it's like you're implying so much when the performances and the story can do enough of that on its own. And again, a score that is unnecessary can still be added to a film and make these scenes better, but this is one that detracts from many scenes. Some scenes would literally be better if there was no score playing, and I just wish the score was less repetitive as well. And then the film is shot very uninterestingly. There's not really a visual personality. There was a lot of red, like this kind of dark red, which that was the only visual thing I noticed, except I guess there wasn't as many reverse shots as I would expect, and some of the conversations were filmed more than just phoning it in with a reverse shot. So I did like that. But I can't really compliment the cinematography of this film because it's so bland beyond that. There's not really any long takes, which isn't inherently a problem, but just have some interesting framing. And while there's some good symmetry in a shot or two, it's not interesting visually as a whole, in my opinion. And the runtime and editing just needed to be tighter. It's 2 hours, and my gosh, all these aspects don't help in engaging me. But dang, this should have been cut down to like 90 minutes, where the first act feels very tedious. It gets a little better as it goes on, but there were stretches where I was fighting off falling asleep. And then the last problem that really stood out to me was the ending. Oh boy, the ending. There is a resolution to the whole central conflict of this film that kind of feels unearned and cheesy, if you ask me. I'm like, really? In the world that you built for this movie, this is the result of everything that happened? That was like, okay, that's not realistic. And it felt honestly extremely cheap in how its central conflict is resolved. And then there's one aspect to this ending that I'm sure is leaving a lot of people talking that takes a risk. And I'm like, okay, we're doing this. Okay. And I'm like, that also felt unearned because this is involving something that you did not explore. It involves somebody that you barely, barely have in the movie. And I'm just like, okay, this is cool. Where is it gonna, and then it just ended. And I'm like, really? Come on, you just got me. Like, even if it felt unearned initially, you could have made it feel earned. You could have went further. I love when films go there, like The Substance. The Substance just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. It keeps getting more interesting, more interesting, more interesting. This, it's like bland, and then it got interesting, and then it just ended. And it's like, yeah, that whole aspect felt unearned, like I said, because of how little that character is featured. And there is so much potential in making it feel earned, in exploring interesting routes, and I was finally in, and then it was just like, wow, you really rushed up that ending. So yeah, I don't know. The more I talk about it, the less I like this film, but I'll give it a 5 for now. It wasn't the worst experience out there, but it's closer to a 4 than a 6, and I'm probably going to forget a lot about this movie aside from that one aspect in the end. So let me know what you think in the comments below. No offense to anybody who worked on this, and let me know if you agreed, you disagreed, in the comments. You know, just be respectful. Subscribe here for more honest film reviews because I just want to be honest on top of everything. I'll see you later. Peace out.